Good morning. Let's jump right in to learning a little more about love. We're going to look at day 6, and that is going to be in Psalm 119, verse 47. I shall delight in thy commandments, which I love. Ooh, this one's a tricky one. I know it sounds counterintuitive to claim to love the law. And a lot of times, as Christians, we actually flee from it for fear of becoming or being legalistic. But the law reveals to us our sin, and it shows us how to live in harmony with God. It reveals, it doesn't demand of us like the law of the countries that we live in. And we can't follow the law on our own. That's also something that the law has shown us. But it is a great tool for conviction. And it can also help to protect us from certain sins. And then remember that the law was fulfilled by Christ and we are saved by grace alone through his sacrifice, but the law wasn't abolished. First cross reference is Psalm 119:16. I shall delight in thy statutes. I shall not forget thy word. Okay, again in Psalm 119, verse 97. Oh, how I love thy law. It is my meditation all the day. Psalm 119:27. Therefore I love thy commandments above gold. Yes, above fine gold. And the last cross reference is Psalm 119:159. Consider how I love thy precepts. Revive me, O Lord, according to thy loving kindness. So just this year, I actually learned that Psalm 119 is read in different chunks and sections for the counting of Omar, which is the time period between Passover and Pentecost. Of course, I'm using the English and Christian understanding of which holidays those are. But they read these every single year, and they're actually notated with the different Hebrew letters for each of the first 22 days, or maybe it's 24 days. Sorry, I will have to double check that. But I grew up in a church where we didn't really learn a lot of the law. We didn't learn a lot of the Old Testament except for the really popular Bible stories. So I want this to be an encouragement to you. If you have never studied the law, if you've never really read the Old Testament for understanding, I highly encourage you to do that. It reveals so much more about the Father's heart and understanding what Jesus did, not just in his death and resurrection, but in his ministry and his life. And it's just really such a beautiful thing to marry those two beliefs because really our faith is built on that. So take some time, pray about it, let the Holy Spirit lead you if it is the right time for you to take that journey. If it's not, that's okay. Put it on the shelf, save it for a time that this is right for you. The Holy Spirit will lead. But in the meantime, have a wonderful day and go in the love of God.